What a finish from Chris Wood! And it's Chris Wood again! Go for the balance, it's Wood's hat-trick!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Burnley FC eClarets Summer Series Open Tournament. You're joined by myself, Richard Buckley. I've got some very, very special guests that I'm going to be introducing very shortly indeed. The question is, what are you watching this evening? Well, it's the best sort of amateur competitors all coming in to try and earn a spot. The top two, number one on PlayStation, the number one on Xbox, will earn an opportunity to play in the Summer Series Pro tournament a little bit later on in the summer. Not only the invitation, however, some prize money. Yes, £500 to the winner, with £1,000 being split up across all of the competitors. Top four will also get a brand new signed Burnley Esports shirt for the upcoming FIFA season. And everybody saw that signed Chris Wood card. Yes, you have the opportunity to earn and win that Chris Wood signed card. Go to burnleyfc.com/foot card comp, burnleyfc.com/foot card comp for your chance to win a signed Chris Wood shirt. I should say card, not shirt, card. It's not only myself that's going to be here on this evening's broadcast. I'm joined by two very special guests who have got Burnley FC in their heart. It's Vizeh and Brad Colston. Vizeh, I'm going to come to you first. Everybody in the chat wants to hear from you. Firstly, how are you doing? And I hope you're very excited for this evening's action.
Oh, yes, Richard, thank you very much. It's an absolute honour to be here for this evening. I've been hearing about this for a while. And as a FIFA player, as a person that's been keeping an eye on the esports scene for such a long time, I know how big nights like these are for the players that are playing tonight. And one of them, alongside me right here, Brad, who's a current Burnley esport player, I guarantee be keeping an eye on maybe his spot being taken at some stage tonight, Richard.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen this evening. We bigged you up, Brad. You're the expert. You're the FIFA Pro player. For anybody who may be not so familiar with FIFA esports or with the competitive side of the game, that may be more casual football fans or FIFA fans here supporting Burnley, introduce them. What is FIFA esports all about, and what are we going to be watching this evening?
So tonight there's going to be a lot of great players to see. We've got a lot of top UK talent to actually see as well. The format is quite hard, I'd say. Double elim, but so you've got another option if you do lose. So competitive FIFA. Can you hear me? You're going to get.
Yeah. Go on.
Sorry, you've got. Yeah, you're going to get the chance to represent my club and Vizeh's club. It's a big opportunity, to be honest, because you're going to represent in the club throughout the whole of the year. There's a lot of tournaments going to be happening as well. So yeah, back to you, Richard.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens this evening. We just want to say as well, we are all online. We're even in different countries across the world as well. It's a complete international broadcast. So if there are any small technical difficulties, it's a complete remote broadcast. So bear with us throughout this evening's tournament. Vizeh, this is what it's all about. You're Burnley through and through. And if you're sat at home and you're thinking, who's going to be next? We might see the next, not only top FIFA player, but top Burnley esports player emerge through this broadcast today.
Well, I mean, it's absolutely everything to do with gaming, and FIFA is not any different in terms of bragging rights. You know, you're playing FIFA with your friends, and you think there's that one friend of yours that you think's really good at FIFA, and a lot of these people that's going to be here tonight are those exact people that are like the best at FIFA in their friendship group, and this is truly the best way to truly get bragging rights, not just to represent your football club, but to really stick to your mates. And that's the main important thing here, that I'm sure, because I've been in their shoes partially. I played at a Premier League event back in FIFA 19, and I got knocked out first round after thinking that I was going to go blast the entire thing. With FIFA, it's very unpredictable at times, that sometimes you may think that it's, you know, you're this level, and turns out there's actually many more levels above you, as what Brad will have learned. So honestly, I think it's going to be really interesting tonight.
Yeah, I can't wait. I really cannot wait. Well, we've bigged up the competition. We've talked about what they're going to be winning, but let's have a look who the participants will be. We're going to be kickstarting with the PlayStation bracket this evening. This is the top 8 currently coming into the tournament. You see Vizeh or AA up against David Murray, Michael Fisher, PB, Ethan, ECR, Joshy Master against, or Josh Hamster against Daddy Josh. Battle of the Joshes, it was the hamster who came out on top. And DT's 97 London against Konkai. He beat Konkai. You might be wondering what the losers bracket is all about. Well, it's a double elimination tournament, meaning that if you lose in the winners bracket, you drop down to the losers bracket and you have another chance. To be eliminated from the tournament, you have to lose 2 matches. We're finishing up here with ZZOAA. It's a mouthful, that, I'm sure. Both Vizeh and Brad are going to have a pleasure pronouncing that one. And Michael Fisher is your winners final. Brad, you're the pro player here. Any of those names, any surprises that you're seeing?
Yeah, I can't believe that Konkai's been knocked out, to be honest. He's actually a great player, so I'll be interested to see what DT97's got to offer against David Murray. Michael Fisher, I have no doubts in him, to be honest, because he's done quite well over the season as a whole. He did well in the Premier League for Leeds United. So it'll be interested to see how he does against ZZOAA Dash. And then Ethan and Jose, I don't know too much about them, but I'm sure we'll get to see a lot about them throughout the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very much looking forward to seeing all of our competitors in action. We are going to be starting with the winners bracket final here on the broadcast, and it's going to be both Vizeh and Brad taking you through all the action. But firstly, chaps, I mean, it's been an unbelievable last 18 months. Nobody could have really sort of predicted what we're seeing over the last sort of year and a half. But going back to Burnley Football Club, Vizeh, how excited are you for the new season? I mean, it's back. Football is back, and hopefully it's going to be as beautiful as ever.
I mean, the most important thing is the fact that the fans are back as well. That's going to be a massive part of it. Burnley, of course, it's been such a long time for myself personally that I go home and away week in, week out, go to Bournemouth from Newcastle to Southampton, and I can't wait to get that feeling back again of going back to Burnley games. And I mean, it's just part of the culture, and most people here that are representing or taking part in this tournament are in fact Burnley fans, and just that extra kind of pride that you get when you could say, for example, Brad is a Burnley fan, he's from Burnley, he says that he plays for Burnley as an actual job almost, and there's some sort of that's really cool, especially because this is a new world. This is definitely a new up and coming. I didn't actually expect, and I'm very proud to see Burnley really take it upon themselves to make this and to give people this opportunity, really.
Yeah, and I mean, FIFA Esports, especially within England and especially the Premier League, there's not that many clubs really pushing it forward. You'd probably say Manchester City, West Ham, Wolves, and Burnley. They're sort of the four teams that are really pushing it forward. Well, I have just heard that our first game is ready for action. So without any further ado, I'm going to hand it over to your commentators of the first game. It's going to be Vizeh and Brad Colston. You take you through all the action of our winners bracket final. Guys, take it away.
Well, I guess I'll start this off. Of course, first game is Michael Fisher 20 versus Vizeh, just to make it more easier. I'll pronounce it Vizeh because maybe here all day. But of course, I do want to bring it to Brad in because he's actually a player that's been here, has done that, has won events. And if you are one of these people right here, like especially one of your first main events, what is some advice you would give to them?
Well, they know what they're expecting coming into it, of course. Michael Fisher, he's been through a lot of tournaments this year, he's got to the latter stages. Therefore, on the other hand, his opponent, I've not heard too much about him, so maybe this is a great opportunity for him to, show what he's about and what he can do, basically.
Of course, we can see that it's early days. Of course, it's Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Vizeh playing as Real Madrid, of course, in the white and the home strip, and Michael will in fact be in the Liverpool home kit as well. Chance here for Real Madrid. So Vizeh is an offside right there. And you said that you know Michael. How much do you know of him?
Not too much, but I know as to how well he's done on a competitive level this year. He's got to, I think it was the Premier League final game to go through to the group stages, but he got beat by #Tom in the final, I think it was the final minute or so. But yeah, that's the main tournament I've kept an eye on him. But throughout the year, he's had very high finishes. So it'd be great to obviously see him on the Burnley Esports team if he was to win the whole thing.
There's a free ball here by Michael, cuts back the morning. Of course, I'm kind of rare to see it, the esports team played not on Ultimate Team. Of course, it levels out the playing field a bit as well. And it's also, as a player yourself, there's actually a difference, you would say, between gameplay from Ultimate Team compared to head-to-head seasons gameplay. For me personally, I find it to be a lot more slower, that you've got to really try and think about how you're going to break down your opponents here. How would you compare it to Ultimate Team?
Yeah, very slower. You can't, on an Ultimate Team, you've got obviously a mixture of whoever you want in your team. You've got the new items, which are the Summer Stars, you've got the Team of the Seasons, and all that sort of stuff. Whereas when it's the Night Rated mode, it's kind of played on a level playing field, like I say. The gameplay is probably about, I don't know how to explain it really. It's like a slow / normal based type of gameplay. Whereas on Ultimate Team, it's always fast based, I'd probably say.
Yeah, I would find it to be a bit more, in terms of for passing and for defending, I find it to be a lot more technical. There's skills and dribbles, it's not as effective compared to FUT. There's a chance here though for Michael trying to find some space here. Gets a shot off and a save there by, I presume it's Courtois. Corner here for Michael. Going to try and go for a bit of a routine here, take the long way around. Is he going to try and take a shot here? And just slowly trying to find his way through the middle here. You would presume that in first early days, go a bit more defensive, try and not consider early goal. And he's in the middle trying to do some nice dribbling there and trying to find the right space. Just so bit of space for Salah, a bit late and it's offside in the end, but because I remember playing against you in the FIFA 19 E-Premier League as well. Of course, it's a bit different now as an Ultimate Team. But how would you say that you've changed your game over the last 2 years since when you first started 2 years ago?
Yeah, a great chance here potentially for.
Actually, almost. He's got a shot off and it's a save.
Brilliant save, Martin. Back to what you were saying. Yeah, I think as the years go on, the game obviously changes with. In FIFA 19, there's actually skill chains involved, and now there's not many at all. It's like you've always got to try and think of something new to like switch it up. Whether it's cricket or cancelled. Great chance here.
Oh, good chance there. What a save!
It's a rebound.
It's a goal in the end there for Vizeh, and that is 1-0 by Vinicius Jr. in the 27th minute right there. And I mean, it was coming right there with a chance just before that. If that didn't go in, I'd be really annoyed if I was him. Of course, I remember playing you back in 19, of course, with the infamous Lakaketa back in those days. It's still in the game now, but it's not as effective as it used to be, of course. Thank goodness for some. People may like the fact that it's no longer as effective. But what do you say is the difference from this FIFA to, let's say, last year's?
This FIFA, the meta's changing. Like always throughout the year. The beginning of the year was stepovers, which I'd probably call myself the Xbox version of Anders at the beginning, because that's all I did, and that's obviously what Anders was remembered for at the beginning. But obviously now he's doing a lot of different things. Great chance here again.
Yes. It could be 2-0 right here, and great defending right there. It's still not over yet. Bit of like Keta, and it's blocked in the end. Okay, so he's really trying to take this game on as easy. I love to see it.
Yes, great piece of attack play from him, to be honest.
Ooh, that would have been very, very hard to try and pull off that. Of course, Anders, the Red Bull superstar, had a lot of attention earlier on this year, and I believe, I don't want to say wrong, but I swear it was like over 300 wins of weekend league that he won. Was it more than that? Was it 500? It was something ridiculous.
I think his streak ended on about 560 wins in weekend league without losing, which is absolutely bonkers. I don't know how many weekend leagues is that? It's got to be
that would be about 16 weekend leagues, about 17 weekend leagues actually. 17 weekend leagues, and he went 13 over 16 of them, which I remember watching his streams, and it was a sight to behold, especially the fact that he just seems so casual doing it. Like he's just in his bedroom, and anyone that comes inside a bedroom could become a superstar, just like that. If you're good enough, people want to watch it.
Yeah, for sure. It's like all pros nowadays, they're all obviously getting recognition. Just doing it from your bedroom. Anyone can do it. You just need to obviously just show it. If you think you've got potential, just why not at least try? There's no harm in trying.
Yeah, I guess from my perspective as in the world of a content creator, of course, I used to be pretty good at FIFA, but nowadays I feel like I feel like more and more people get better, and I just seem to stay the same. It's a bit frustrating for me personally. I used to think say my peak was probably 19, I'll say. 20, I believe my highest finish was in fact an Elite 1, 27-3, which is respectable. Half-time here, and it's definitely Vizeh on top right now. 5-3-2 formation.
100% the best way to go about things, I'd say. It's the formation I've been using since Tom Stokes released if you don't know Tom Stokes FIFA won the FIFA 19 playoffs 2 years ago, represented Burnley in the FIFA 20 E-Premier League as well. He produced a 5-3-2 formation custom tactics video a few months ago, and I actually used that in the European playoffs, which had taken place I think about 3 weeks ago. And I played my best FIFA. You find yourself finding a lot of space to move into, a lot of chances to get created. And yeah, I'd probably say it's probably the best formation to use in this game.
Yeah, 5-3-2 definitely has become popular this year. People may say it's too defensive or too attacking, and it's a weird work because it really is exactly how you customise it. If you want to be that defensive rock, you can have that if you so wish, but if you want to go full blown with the fullbacks, it really does work out really well in your favour for his overalls, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. Like, I think when people have teams,
give it a chance in actually. Can he get some space for a shot? Make it 2-0 here, get a goal cushion, would be massive here. Good defending in the end, however, still not done. And I do want to say here, I did notice with Michael, the fact that he's in fact got the left back, the Greek left back, I don't know how his name is, I will get it wrong, but he's got, is it Tismikas? Along those lines, you know what Savvy who I'm on about. Playing him as a centre back today. I couldn't see Van Dijk there. I'm actually a bit confused. Maybe I think there's a rating limit, I believe.
Yeah, I think I know the reason. It's because if you use, I think it's fullbacks. If you use the fullbacks instead of the centre halves, it's exactly like Ultimate Team. They have more pace than the actual centre back. I think
it's definitely out there. That's shot here and very well driven, saved by Anderson, who's right now keeping him in this game. I'll be honest, he's really up against it, Michael, who's going to respond quite soon. Attacker Jota plays the striker, and Robertson trying to find Salah and has to go back here. And because I've been watching the FIFA Esports team for a long time, remember back in the day for the FIWC, the FIFA Interactive World Cup, and it's nice to see that they're no longer playing at FET, because it feels like the love on head-to-head seasons has gotten, there's not much love in it nowadays as it used to be. Back in the day, FIWC was only, Real Madrid versus Real Madrid, and we've kind of gone away from that in recent years. But it's nice to see it giving a return.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like if you was to play on the team, one player may be at more of an advantage than the other in this case, especially. Like, say.
Get back into a shot.
Yeah.
There is some space there back post potentially for Zizeh.
Yeah, like I'm saying, this mode, they don't really get looked into that much anymore. Mainly because Ultimate Team is obviously the main focus of everything. Everyone wants to create the team that they want to create and use the players they want to, which they obviously don't get the option to in this game mode. Yeah.
Yeah, and you are correct though that when you say that you could be potentially better in one game mode compared to another, that Michael, if he was an FUT, could be maybe doing a bit better. There's a chance though, could have a cut back here. Going across the line, couldn't get it off though, and the 5-3-2 is turning out to be very solid for Zizeh here, and if he sees an overlap there, that's the power of the 5-3-2, using those wing backs. Nice little bridge right there. Nice little dribbling back and forth. Great passing play here, by the way. Drag back, love doing that. Really gets away from the defender, but just couldn't get the composure there. But gets another chance. Another back to the cherry here. And let's see what he can do. That's Marcelo on the ball. Trying to defend Richard here. Last 18 minutes of the game here. Niddy, it's now squeaky bum time if I was Michael. Can see now it's really tough to get back into a save of Allison. Goes out for a corner. And if Zizeh makes it 2 here, it's been really tough for Michael to get back into it. And it's what a shot! And Allison is really keeping him in this game here. He's hanging on by a thread.
Marcelo here.
It's relentless. And still can't get a shot. Went for the cutback there. Couldn't make it work. A bit of a shared player connection loss. I'm sure that we'll get that resolved very soon. Fabinho. Can Michael show what he's got here? With 12 minutes left on the clock here. It's been a really poor game for him. Of course, keep in mind there's in fact 2 legs. This is the first leg of 2. Keep that in mind. So he has got another chance if it does end 1-0 here. But I'm sure that he'd be looking back at this figure out. He should have done a bit, like one pass another way, a bit of a dribble this way. It could be a bit better for him.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think both players here have got great skill cancellations. Like, they're both doing it in different areas, finding the great positions to do so. I'm seeing, I'm going to say ZZ, because like Richard said earlier, it is a mouthful. But yeah, here he is again on this overlap.
Well, I believe I must say, I do apologise to him who was watching or his friends. Actually, a chance here. Oh, just couldn't get it back up, but I believe his name is pronounced Zoa. So I'll stop saying Zizeh. I do apologise if you are angry at me.
Yeah, it's hard.
I've actually just found out as well that he's in fact a Arsenal fan, so it could be interesting to see if he will be wearing the pride of Burnley, if he actually does in fact go on ahead to win this the entire thing.
Maybe the second one, because Sam was also an Arsenal fan last year when he also entered this exact same competition. So 2 Arsenal fans at Burnley. As Burnley fans, me and Vizeh can't say too much.
I mean, of course, this is also some new information as well. The fact that yesterday in the Swiss, Zoa went 5-1 and Michael Fisher also went 5-1. What's interesting is the fact that these two actually faced each other in the Swiss bracket yesterday, and the victor of it was in fact Zola, but 3-0. So he's got that mental advantage. I mean, as a pro player yourself, if you face a pro player that you know just beat you there before or earlier on, very recently, what does that play in your mind?
I'm going to be honest right now as well. Was this a free kick? It's a free kick. It's also the last chance of the game here for Zola.
This is very big now from Michael. Yeah, he wants to hold on here. Zola wanting that goal cushion here. Could be a big goal here. He's in the box and it's a great block there by a local defender. And it's not over yet here. Going down. It's going to be Eden Hazard. Great little roulette there. Vinicius Junior. Nice little touch. Tight dribbling. Can he find a shot? Miguel. What a goal. Nice and patient. Fantastic play. And that is that goal cushion that he'd be wanting very much. And first leg over. Zola 2, Michael Fisher 0, but it's not over yet. There's still a second leg to come. What a game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what a great half for him. He's obviously got another half to prove himself differently, but Michael Fisher, that is. But yeah, Richard, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, a great game, to be honest. The final sort of couple of minutes, you saw that Zola was creating, was starting to get back into the game in the last sort of 15 minutes. He didn't really create much, Michael, I'll be honest. And what are you putting that down to the 90 rated game mode, Brad? What are we putting that down to? You also were talking just before that chance came in at the end of the game about playing repeat players that you've played before, if they've beat you or you've beaten them. What's the mindset going into it? Because you were just cut off as that chance came in.
Yeah, so like I was back to that thing that was on about. I played Dull and Mike in Cup 3, and he actually beat me 10-1. And ever since playing him, I've always had that thought process of, I can't beat him. I can never beat him. I played him in a few practice games, never beat him. Came to playoffs, and because I was playing so good, I thought, Brad, if you just treat it like any other game, you can obviously do what you've got to do, like when it matters. Yeah, but like in Michael Fisher's case right now, you just got to think to yourself, I've been in this situation many times before. I can come back. But yeah, it's obviously still like another leg to go, and anything can happen.
Yeah, you were watching that game.
Sorry, go on. My apologies.
No, go over it. Go on.
I know, just like Brad, as you've been in this position before, if you're Michael, like, do you have any like superstitions? Let's say you in a 2-leg game, in your first leg, may not go the way that you wanted to. Do you have any like superstitions that you like to do? If it's something as silly as just take a walk about, have some water, maybe just go and just stretch your legs. Do you have anything like that?
Yeah, mainly I just get another bottle of water. I like try and delay it a bit. Just have like 5 to 10 minutes. Like just process yourself. Just think, I've been in this situation many times before. Just because it's in a competitive situation, the stakes aren't any different. You know, you can come back in any game of FIFA. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the opportunity is right there for Michael Fisher, but he's going to have to grind it out. Let's go back over to the game. I'm hearing it is ready. You're going to be joined by Brad Colston, but first, Vizeh.
Oh, it's already 1-0 up to Zola, in fact. I was actually already aware that it began straight away. That's very fast there. And I mean, that's really unfortunate now for Zola. Sorry, for Michael. That means he's now 3-0 down on aggregate here. And I mean, you need some sort of Liverpool-style size comeback here to get back into it here.
No, for sure. Like, I can't believe we've lost 10 minutes already, but clearly he's grabbed the game even more now. Like, getting another goal so early, it's now 3-0. It's going to be tough for Michael, but like I've said many times before, anything can happen in this game as long as you keep your mindset of literally anything can happen.
Yeah, all it takes is one mistake here as Zola's going again. Of course, as it was said earlier, it's 90 rated game modes here, so every single player's got very similar ratings to each other here. So it is even playing field, but it still has got that sense of different styles of gameplay compared to FUT, that it could be a bit more slower. It's not as fast as it is compared to FUT here, but 3-0 on aggregate here, and Liverpool really up against it here, and I really do hope that Michael can bring it back. Actually, wait, I just want to confirm. I believe that it is Real Madrid, which is it just swaps sides on bottom. Is it actually 2-1 on aggregate here? Am I being dumb? I switched back.
No,
I just want to check.
It is 3-0. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah. Michael Fisher's got it all to do, but let's just give credit to Zola. I mean, the way he's grabbing this game, like, completely, like, another chance here.
It's field goal again. Couldn't get the ball on.
Yeah, Zoe's done absolutely brilliant, to be honest with him. Like maybe because of the fact that his Ultimate Team may not have been so good, he's not had the potential to show it throughout the entire season as a whole. And this has been his one chance to obviously show himself.
It has been a very dominant performance so far by Zoa. There's a chance here for Michael. All it takes is one goal to get back into it here. They'll pass it about. Great. Oh, is he offside? He's just offside there. Just offside. Of course, there is that mental advantage, the fact that Zoa did in fact beat Michael yesterday 3-0 as well in the Swiss bracket. So that kind of mental advantage could be on his side, and that could be showing today. Nice. So I love that skill. Drag back is really effective. I really do love the look of that. Roberto Firmino, can he get a run off there? Finds the pass, gets the fake shot, but just couldn't. Just didn't work out. Just ran straight into the path of the defender here. And here's a counter. Marcelo, here we go. Can he find the right ball? Love a bit of that feature right there. Trying to find the right run. Almost worked out well. And here's another counter. Could be a very high going game here, I imagine, because both, well, we definitely know that Michael will be having to go all out now. He can't let any minutes go past because he has a score now. He has a score before first, but before half time, you'd imagine. Here comes Salah and just couldn't find the right ball there. Very frustrating for him, you'd imagine.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Zoa's 5-back is working absolutely perfectly. Great chance here again, potentially, with Vinicius Jr. on the edge.
Oh, what a save.
Yeah,
Alisson has done a lot, to be fair. Alisson has done a lot here, and I don't know how much more can he possibly do here.
Yeah, Alisson was a great chance here. If he can find the through ball, it's not going in the place he wanted to. As a player, that'd be very frustrating. I think for Michael Fisher now, he has to change his formation, or at least his tactics, because I'd imagine
a bit more higher depth. You'd imagine a bit more higher depth, a bit more of a emphasis on getting the ball up as fast as you can, but it could be almost 4 here, and it's really great football, I must say. Got the ball back again, and it's another save. Incredible.
Nah, like if I'm okay, so we find out that he has in fact changed his formation already. So right now, I'd probably use 4-2-2 press after possession loss. That's what I like to use when I'm like 2 goals down, maybe 3 goals down. Find a goal back into the game, and then if you find yourself 25 to 20 minutes left in the game, then go constant pressure because you've nothing to lose. You need a goal. If you don't find that goal, like you've lost the game. So yeah.
I must say, I do find it incredible that he has not got the likes of Van Dijk on the pitch. Of course, it is all 90 rated. Every single player is 90 rated, so it's an even playing field. However, you would feel like his aerial ability could be a bit important at times, especially for like those blocks that are so important at times in this game. What a flip-flap there. Incredible timing. And it's another save. Yeah, I mean, I know my man of the match.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's keeping Michael in it, like even more than what he's having to do. He's pulled off a lot of great saves. Like I think throughout the entire Ultimate Team season, I used Alisson for I want to say 4 months. So September, yeah, probably 4 months. So I think it was 3 FUT Champions Cups I used him in. I didn't find any keeper anywhere near saving as much as what he did.
Would you say Alisson's your go-to then, for a goalkeeper?
Oh yeah, for sure. Apart from obviously when he got the injury, you don't get many special cards in Ultimate Team, so you find a lot of pros finding other goalkeepers worth it. Nick Pope, I'm going to put it out there. He has probably been one of the most picked goalkeepers in the game.
Of course, as this is the Burnley live stream, of course,
yeah,
representing Burnley.
We've got to throw it in there. He's an incredible goalkeeper on Ultimate Team. He probably is going to be next year as well.
I would love to see, as this is of course the eClarets event, that as it is all 90 rated, I would love to see someone use Burnley, as it is all equal playing field. Of course, there is differences in maybe heights and agility, could be a bit different based on their body type, but I would love to see someone use Burnley here, because it is in theory all equal playing field here, as it's 90 rated teams.
Yeah, no, I'd love to see it as well, just commentating on a Chris Wood header or a Goodmanson strike from outside the box, just anything like that. Surely we're going to see someone use it at least.
If you have someone like Chris Wood on the pitch, you would imagine that it would be very good at aerial ability to get the balls in the box.
Yeah. No,
but it is 1-0 at half time. It's 3-0 on aggregate here to Zoa. Very great performance here from we got a bird's eye view on Michael, trying to change his formation to a 4-2-3-1. And, well, changes, I guess, later on in the game, even wanting to move to that if it doesn't get any goals in the next couple of minutes here, because he has to get free. If he's out now, then I believe he's out completely. Actually, it's the winners. This is the winners bracket.
Yeah, he's got the losers bracket. He's got another chance, which I'm more than certain that he'll feel confident playing against a different type of opponent, as he is.
Almost a bit of luck maybe fell in his favour, but couldn't get through. Yes, of course, it's the winners' finals, in the semi-finals especially. So whoever does get knocked out here, if it is unfortunately Michael, he will have another bite of cherry. He has got another chance on the losers bracket here, and Zoa straight through to the final. What's your thoughts on the losers bracket side of things in terms of, to be given that second opportunity? If let's say you are in the winners bracket, just like we're in right now, you lose, you give it that second chance. Do you have the same mentality, or what's your thoughts?
You just got to think that I'm not.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that could be the end of his. That could be the end of his.
Oh, he's just left. He's just left. You hate to see it. I mean, I guess he is 4-0 down on aggregate at that stage, and that is unfortunate.
Oh, no words.
Happy days. Well. I mean, a rage quit. I mean, guys, you were watching that game. Brad, do you think there were any way back into it, or you never want to see that? But he ended the game early for us. Get the next game queued up.
I mean, you much more of a pro in this than me, Richard. You've seen many games. I've never seen that many rage quits in any of these kind of events. So, I mean, you'd imagine from what we saw, it did look very frustrating for him. The bounce just didn't seem to fall in his favour. Allison was, in fact, really doing well, trying to keep him, give him that second chance. But sometimes with FIFA, you just kind of know that sometimes it may not be in your favour. So, of course, he's took matters into his own hands.
Yeah, it's never something you want to see. I can name a couple that I've seen like in tournaments before, but never really we see them live. Brad, it's a rarity to see somebody quit out of the game, but he must have thought there were no way back for him.
Yeah, I mean, what was the 13 game minutes left? I'd probably say there isn't that much time, but you never know within FIFA, Like, all you have to do is go constant pressure, hope that players get pulled out of position, but with Zoa obviously playing fireback, it is quite hard to get through, regardless of the fact that he's obviously 4-0 down. The formation plays a massive part.
Yeah, we know the game that we're going to be seeing next. We're going to be going down to the losers bracket semi-final. Would you rather be, Vizeh, you're in this situation now, you're playing through the tournament. Would you rather be coming through the winners bracket and sort of playing through that, or even though you're in the losers bracket, you play more games of FIFA, you get more repetition in, you get more sort of warm-up games, so to say, on broadcast as well. You get more time on the show. Would you rather go through the losers bracket and get to the grand final?
It depends on which side you want to see it. If you're coming for the winners bracket, then you've got that kind of mentality that you are playing the best. You're playing the best people that you can possibly play in the tournament. And I feel like that kind of, because it's all about confidence. Confidence is so important in these kind of events that if you go for the losers brackets, you may always have that kind of feeling in the back of your mind thinking, yeah, but there's a guy above me. There's a guy above me that could be better than me. But if you're in the winners bracket, you're thinking, well, I've beat everyone that's down there anyway. You've sent, for example, Michael's now down to losers bracket. Zoa must be looking at us thinking, well, if I beat him comfortably, in this one game, I could do it another time. But of course, with FIFA, we all know that it's not as simple as that. Sometimes that in next game, Michael could pull out the hat. So I would personally, if I was in the situation, I would say winners bracket.
Yeah, and on the other side of that, Brad, coming back to you, for Michael Fisher right now, he's just suffered a heavy defeat, probably his biggest defeat he's suffered in the entire tournament. And you're going into a game in about 45 to an hour's time, the biggest game of the tournament. You win that game, not only are you in the top two, you've got a chance to win the top prize and book a place into the pro tournament later in the year, but you go from £100 if you finish third to 350 quid if you finish second. Yeah. So it's a big prize money differential as well. You're coming into that game completely shot of confidence, just lost to a rage quit. You've just been smashed, really, for 2 legs straight. You can't be coming into it thinking that you're on top form.
Yeah, for sure. Mainly, when I've gone into the loser bracket before, I've always thought like you're not out of the tournament. Just keep on going. Like you said, you've got more games. So
I think we have just lost
I think-
Brad
I-
there. A couple of technical difficulties, but you're getting double dose of Vizeh. Who
yeah.
can complain with that?
Sometimes these things happen. Just need to have a laugh at it, really. Sometimes these things happen. I'm sure he'll be back very soon.
Yeah, we'll definitely be missing him. I was supposed to be commentating him in the next game. Hopefully, he comes back soon. What do you think, then? You've seen that game. Do you think Zoa can go all the way now? Is he probably the favourite, really, to take it?
I would say from that game, he did look like he was very confident, and if it wasn't for Allison being on top of his game for him, that it could have been, maybe more goals than what turned out to be 4-0 on aggregate. It could be, really hefty defeat for him right there. So Zoa definitely will be having the most confidence, and if you got money on it, you'll be having him to be winning the entire thing. Of course, there's money in the line here. Not only is there a place to be representing Burnley in a pro tournament, of course, for the top 2, but there's money here, and just to win one more game, it could be £100 difference to £200 difference. So there's a lot on the line here, and he's still not out of it, and he can still get back into it. So if I were Michael, just take a deep breath. You've got an hour now to kind of relax and just kind of stretch your legs, go outside, get some fresh air, and just come back into it with a different mindset, and just think it's just another game of FIFA, and it's against another just different opponent, which it is. It's a completely different man. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Fisher will be going to stretch his legs, get himself a little drink, and reconnect coming into the later rounds. That's what we're going to try and get Brad Colston to do. Getting back on the broadcast very shortly indeed. Go on, take 5, pour yourself a nice cup of tea. The Burnley FC eClarets Summer Series will be continuing in a few minutes' time. Don't go anywhere.